confidence, that 10-letter word that holds so much weight, and yet we still battle with it from time to time. I'm Gabriella Noki. I'm the co-founder of Gabriella Noki Denim, a luxury art and fashion brand. Today, we are going to speak about confidence in a manner in which it exudes excellence, but also from a practical point of view. A lot of the time when we are in environments where we are forced to be confident, not by choice, but by a matter of actually getting what we want, it can sometimes feel intimidating. But when we think of it from this point of view, which is why I'm here today, because I think it's going to help you and encourage you on your journey of building your brand, building your confidence, and building your identity in Christ, is that knowing that you are created in God's image. Jesus Christ, who came here in the flesh, he himself said we would do greater works. Have you actually comprehended what he meant by that? What exactly does he mean by we will do greater things? Well, upon actually journaling and spending time with God, I decided to quiet my mind. I decided to come to him boldly. As he says in his word, we should come to him boldly, and actually ask him what is it that he would like for this brand to be. It's one thing to sell, it's one thing to be known. So upon spending time with God, I decided, let me get quiet with him. Let me ask him what it is he wants for Gabriella Noki Denim in terms of a legacy. What legacy should we be leaving behind for the following generations? You know, God does say in his word that we are supposed to leave an inheritance for our children's children. And being personally from a family of artists, our dad left us an inheritance. But what I feel he lacked and didn't teach us whilst he was still alive was the importance of having your self-centered, your identity in knowing who you are. Because people will always give their opinions. They'll come to you and they'll tell you all these sweet things. Next minute, in the same sentence and in the same breath, they're busy backstabbing you and speaking badly about you. Now, if you were to be swayed by people's validation on the one day and then their criticism on the next day, you'll eventually burn out. And maybe some of you are actually in the space where you're tired, you're feeling overwhelmed by life circumstances, the economy isn't doing great, or that's at least what they want you to believe. But that's also another topic for another day. But that brings me now to your self-concept. Who do you see yourself as? Are you a person who has strong values? Are you a person who dresses up? Are you a person who is kind? Are you a person who's independent? Who are you? You know, we get told who we are by different people, but at the core, we need to know who we are in order to be able to show up confidently. And because of that, I remember in his word, it does say, don't throw away your confidence in the Lord, because in due time, he will reward you. God isn't going to play small, but he's going to play according to the game in which you're playing. Are you playing to win, or are you playing to get by? Are you actually the leader, or are you just a team member? Because leaders have to lead people. Leaders get awards. These are things that I had to get quiet about. Now, once you've established that, you're going to have to develop the confidence of continuing. I think this is the most crucial point in anything you'll do in life. We can all start confidently. We can all share confident testimony, but you won't have a testimony without having continued in that which you began in the first place. He did say, don't despise humble beginnings in his word. Personally, being a founder of a clothing brand as well as an art brand, I saw and have seen ups and downs. It's normal. You know, you can be in any industry and you'll see that there'll be times when you're not feeling like doing what you have to do. There'll be times where you have to push through. There'll be times where you get personal attacks that are not necessarily in your control, where you feel like you're investing and you're not seeing the return on your investment, or you begin to receive mental attack after attack. These aren't stopping your progress. These are ways in which you can identify that your old frequency, your old self-concept is trying to bring you back. Not because they necessarily want to sabotage you, but because they don't want you to leave them. And that's also going to be in life. When you start going from level to level, when you start having the confidence to continue in that which you started, there are going to be old people, old lifestyles, and old habits that are going to have to break away. And having that reassurance in yourself is so rewarding. Even if you don't believe in God, okay, I want you to think about it in this way. Your identity is who you are, right? When you are going to the store, when people see who you are, there are so many rose-colored glasses that they could be wearing. And you've got different versions in front of you of which different people see you. This is what you're building. This is your life. How do you want to show up? You've got all the choices in the world, but you get to choose whose life you want to live. Live your life. The word confidence has I. Like they say, there's no I in team, there's I in confidence. It's what you want. I'm going to give you an example of what I experienced this past week, leading up to the recording of this G&D video on confidence. I attended an art show that I actually had to work at, so let me rather say that. This art show was 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I had to show up there 3 days in a row. On each day, I was actually complimented on how I looked. Every time I show up in a place, I mentally prepare myself for the conversations I'll have, for the business techniques that I have, the sales skills, etc. But most importantly, I mentally prepare myself to exude confidence. This comes in hand with what I am doing, and that is my brand. I have created this brand alongside my sister Gabriella Noki. And every time people, without fail, they always ask, oh, so what do you do? Because, when you're confident, you can't just be there selling art. Let's just face it. I feel like there's so much more to you when you exude confidence because people just want to know. You become charismatic. This is when I show our Instagram page, and then this is where people smile because they are just so excited about the brand because of what we stand for. Elegance, identity, knowing you're whole and knowing you're confident, embracing your worth, knowing your worth, and maxing it out into today's society. G&D. So when I show them what I do, everything ties up. It becomes full circle because of what our brand stands for. Gabriella Noki Denim has always been about you as a person. I create for you. I create for the woman and soon the gents who need to know their worth and embrace it. I am so over people not being able to show up fully in this world, It's one thing to be told you're beautiful. It's another thing to actually believe it. It's one thing to be told you have so much creativity. It's another thing to turn that into a lucrative business. At the end of the day, when I talk about Gabriella Noki Denim, people are always left inspired. They always actually follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I don't say this to brag, but I say this because I'm confident in who I am. I'm confident in what we do. This is the level of confidence that you need to obtain. And that comes from also how you show up in this world. How are you showing up? Are people wanting to interview you? Are people desiring to know more about you? Now, you being your personal brand. Confidence does start, yes, from within. But it does help a great much to have confidence from without. It's about your appearance. Yes, you look maybe good, but how are you feeling? And that internal dopamine, that spike of happy hormones comes from you taking care of yourself, such as exercising, eating clean, having a shake, a protein shake or a smoothie in the morning, as well as what are you wearing? Are you standing out from the crowd? Are you putting effort in what you are wearing? Are you buying quality products that not everyone and their mother are going to be wearing on the street? These add to your sense of value, which adds to your confidence. Embrace it. Start taking yourself seriously. Start investing in items in your closet that are going to make you feel, I'm that lady. I am that girl. I am the boss lady that I said I would be. And then people will treat you how you treat yourself. I'm not going to say that, yeah, it doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter if you show up like this or if you show up like this, because it does matter. That wasn't the point of this video in terms of, why confidence matters. But it was confidence to continue, because you'll only have your testimony if you've continued in that which you started. Gabriella Noki Denim is continuing. Your brand has to continue. Your life has to continue despite whatever might be happening. So I'm going to leave that to you now to decide whether you're going to take yourself seriously as the prize and as the golden lady or gentleman that you are. Take up space. Share your voice. Create from peace, not pressure. And your life will start to reflect the same, the golden age. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I have so many videos in store for you. Gabriella Noki Denim has just launched the Insta bout, and this is available in our Etsy store, and you can purchase it online now. If you want to actually exude confidence, I suggest you do so quickly. Stay blessed. Bye.